Okay, so first you're going to start off with your normal foundation, whatever you wear every day. I wear MAC's Studio Sculpt in NC37, and then I just set it with the powder by MAC. It's the Studio Fix powder. But you could use whatever you'd like. That way it creates a barrier between your face and the paints. Now, if you hear any noises in the background, it's actually my puppies and they're just playing, so don't mind, alright? So as you can see, I created a series of dots on my face, and this is where I want my skin to look like it's been pulled to the side. This way it'll keep it easier for you to connect all the dots and have more of a flow when you use a pencil. The pencil I'm actually using is this black, and it's by NYX. It only cost me about $3. It's super cheap, but the good thing about it is if you just lightly press, and that's not where you actually want the line to go, you can always just rub it just a little bit into your foundation and it'll kind of disappear. So, I'm about to connect all these dots, so I'm going to show you how I do that. And it's okay if you're not really steady. You could always like erase the line and go back over with it. And there you have it. Alright, so what I've chosen is actually the cap from my Makeup Forever color glosses because it's really smooth. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and pick up a little bit of this red right here and kind of put it down on this little area. Scoop up a little bit more and just kind of put it in there. Now with another brush, because I don't want to contaminate the colors, I'm going to get some black. And I'm just going to put a little bit of black in there. And then spray a little bit of NYX Plus on it. Mix it together. It's still too dark, doesn't really look like blood yet. So I'm going to grab a little bit of more of that red. Until I feel like it's starting to look like the color of blood. You can always take a little bit of the red pigment from MAC as well and add it in there. Spray a little bit of MAC's Fix Plus in there. It starts to become more like blood. Can you see that? It's kind of hard to see. Okay, so now I'm just going to apply it to all of the areas on the outside. Starting by the line first and kind of working my way up because I want this part to be the darkest red. And if you're wondering why I'm looking down, it's because I have a mirror. Then you're gonna want to make a brighter red. I prefer to use the pigment in the Fix Plus for this. So you can mix Fix Plus and some pigment red, and you can even add a little bit of lip gloss. I have this MAC gloss, and it'll give it a shinier consistency. But basically you're gonna want to fade it up from here. You're gonna want to, from this section down here, you're gonna want to fade up a little bit so that it starts creating more of like a fade and a more realistic look. Alright, now that you've gotten this far, I also went ahead and covered red with, over the black line, so it kind of fades in with the red and it's not so dominant. Now you're going to want to take some black pencil. You can use pencil or you can use a paint, but I prefer to use pencil. Make sure it's somewhat sharp, because you're gonna want to go ahead and line it just a little bit and kind of make like little lines up from the crease. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. I'm going to go ahead and kind of do this. And then I'm going to just kind of do different lines. Just like that, so it gives it a more realistic feeling. See how I'm doing that? You can. I know the light is kind of retarded right now. But just go ahead and do that all along the top. So your forehead should look somewhat like this, and then in the edges I kind of made it a little bit more darker because that's where the shadow is, as you can see. And then I kind of lined just a little bit right here, and then just along this area. Now, just along this area, you're gonna take your brush and you're gonna fade it out like so. So you're just gonna pull in that black with it. Now I went ahead and put a little bit of black here, a little bit of black underneath my eye and above my eye, and I'm just gonna fade that inward. So I'm just gonna go like this a little bit. You see how it's getting a little dark? This part you're just gonna want to feather it just a little like that, so it kind of starts blending up in there. As you can see, it's like defining the eye a little bit more. And you can go ahead and get a little bit more black in the inner corner if you want. See? Okay, so now that I've gotten all that black and purple faded in, we'll do the whole darkening of the areas in here last as the details, because it is the darkest area. But for now, I'm gonna grab a flat brush like this, or you can get something more precise. Maybe I want something more precise actually. Let's see, I'm gonna grab one that looks something like this. Anything that looks like that is alright. You're gonna take a concealer that's lighter than your skin tone. So let's see, I think I'm just gonna get something like this for me. And I'm just gonna actually align this whole thing all the way around. This is where we start giving it dimension. And you see how it gives it dimension? I'm just bringing it all the way around. You see? Alright, so after you've done all this and kind of lined your face all the way around, you're going to want to create some shadows. So you're going to take a black color, something more creamy, and so I've kind of chosen this Black Bean. It's by NYX. Yes, it's kind of flat, but I usually use my brush to pick up on it. So you're just going to want to grab a little bit of product on the tip of it, and then you're going to want to create some lines that will be the shadows. Let me see. See how it's already forming? I'll grab a little bit more product and just light-handedly. You don't even need to really push down that much. See how it creates that definition? Okay, now your face should look something like this, so that it casts shadows. And I'm just gonna finish up this last little part right here, just like that. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you could see. Now, in between the little black lines that we faded up, I'm going to use some of this concealer, the same one we used to go all the way around, to kind of define it just a little bit more. So here we go. You don't have to do like all in between each one. But see what I mean? Fix this line here. Ah, that's alright. Just go with the concealer. Smudge it out. Now I'm just going to take the darker color. Fade it back in like that. You see that? I hope you can see it. Now, hold on. Now I'm going to start to make this look like flesh by adding lines, adding a little bit more shadows, kind of like what this has going on here. So just create more lines going up and down all throughout the face to create tissue. Now I'm just taking concealer and kind of just dabbing it all the way across. The same concealer we've been using. So I'm just kind of dragging it a little bit, just like this, to create that flesh. And it mixes in with the red, so it gets that little pinkish kind of look. You can always drag it to make it look more blended, like that. See how that looks? Just do that all around here. Now this is what you should have afterward. You can always deepen this area, make it dark as you want. You can make it almost even black, which I probably will. And now I'm gonna start adding the teeth onto my side. Now I'm going to go in with this Revlon Color Stay pen. I also have a dupe, which is the NYX one, the high definition. So you can use either one to kind of outline little areas that you want it to be a little bit more precise. Alright, so when you're done, you should have something sort of like this. You can add your own flair to it. Of course, if I was trying to be glamorous, I'd probably put glitter on it, because you know I am. But, yeah, so, I just added a little bit more darkness here, kind of faded it up. Added more dimension right here, added one more set of teeth, and yeah, that's about it. And you can put as much flesh as you want and detail in here if you'd like. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed my tutorial, and I will be doing more eyeliner tutorials soon. Bye!